And apparently, shit, his parole officer must have been watching too. So you got people reporting right now, DJ Flip, the internet about to go crazy. They saying free Faux Extra. So he back in jail, gang. Shit crazy, cause I would assume that it was a possibility he knew that the police was probably gonna show up.
Man, I love you, baby. So, Luce Cannon did not.
Actual street YouTuber that's either in you or it's on you, no in between. Courtroom Global TV. That
We on Global Gang with the deal. Courtroom Global TV. Tapping in. Back at it again. Just open up some trap shows. Ready to whip this content. Nope, it's going, you heard? Man, if you're new to this channel, go ahead and bang that subscribe button. Download that like button next and send it here right into these YouTube streets. Now, y'all know I just dropped a video on Faux Extra being out. Then I dropped the video on Adam getting banned from Faux Extra Hood Day. Now it's 4 times 8, and what happened to be 4 times 10. Shout out to the glove. Faux Extra is back in jail. Globes in the chat. Then we're going to get to Bricc Baby and Luce Cannon. Bill hearing that didn't go so swell. Shout out to the members of the channel. What it do, Shauna? Shout out to Alex. Shout out to CS. You hear me holding it down right on for them super chats and right on the Honey Hing.
Gang, so you got this whole situation with Faux Extra, man. Y'all heard about
Shout out to Death of the Cloud Chasers.
About his hood day. And apparently, shit, his parole officer must have been watching too. So you got people reporting right now, DJ Flip, the internet about to go crazy. They saying free Faux Extra. So he back in jail, gang. Shit crazy, because I would assume that it was a possibility he knew that the police was probably going to show up and they was going to probably try to lock him up again. Because apparently the last 2 times he got locked up, it was because he...
Shout out to Death of the Cloud Chasers, but I'm going to take it from here. He did get locked up last time he was in the hood with Doty 6, be going brazy from the 40s. They got arrested shooting a video, I believe, violated his parole. And of course, he spoke about it on No Jumper. They do not want to see Faux Extra succeed. Now he probably gonna have to serve out the rest of them 260 days that we did the math on on the video before he came home when he got into a squabble in the courtroom. Man, free Faux Extra. Don't look like Adam is there, but the 5-0 is there for him. With that being said, we're about to get to Bricc Baby and Luce Cannon court hearing. A bail hearing to be exact. Shout out to Big Chuck there for the Cloud Chasers. You know what I'm saying? We locked in.
This or try to make you guys constant threat to society, right? Especially with Bricc Baby, they point to how Bricc Baby had a firearm on his hip live on No Jumper a day before his arrest. So they believe that if you weren't acting right while knowing there was an ongoing investigation a day before your arrest, then what makes us think that you will act right if we release you? So both got denied. Now, this don't stop them for reapplying for bond, but right now, they were both denied by the judge. Now, Bricc Baby court.
There you have it. Bricc Baby and Luce Cannon bail has been denied due to the fact that they feel they have influence on the public and will still be a nuisance while they are out waiting for trial to start. I'm sure those phone calls did not do them any justice. They haven't got any not witnesses. The witnesses are still out. They haven't got any jurors. So with that being said, they still can sway public opinion.
Eddie Boy in the courtroom. Eddie Boy by myself. Luce Cannon come in his spot and look like ghost like, man, Eddie Boy doing it here? Oh, cuz. Oh, never a crib.
Hey, 600. Let me know how y'all feel about 600. Allegedly was supposed to be Luce's right hand man, but has been celebrating, and he's made more content on this situation than a journalist that I happen to be. Brazy work. As a gang member, somebody that's supposed to represent the Rolling 60s, the neighborhood card. I don't know how they even feel about that, but it ain't my politics to be in. But you reporting on this, joking and ha kikiing. Shit, I don't fuck with it.
Eddie Boy just sitting there. Can't pay do no more. So they all the lawyers look over Eddie Boy like, what? The guy on your right is Eddie Boy. Now,
Eddie Boy, he was a content creator when I first got into the game. He a prominent member in the Rolling 60s. Got respect. Shout out to Eddie Boy, you know what I'm saying? We tapped in on IG. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, I need to redeem my boxing lessons from Eddie Boy. But Eddie Boy was in court. Now, Eddie Boy and Luce Cannon don't necessarily get along. So when Luce Cannon got to court, that's when all hell broke loose. I'm not going to cap because me and Luce Cannon is cool. I'm going to tell you guys the truth. Luce Cannon got to court, and Luce Cannon said, why is Eddie Boy here? I don't F with him on Neighborhood Crib.
No.
While still fighting Arica. Listen, you can call Luce Cannon whatever you want, bro, but you cannot say that man ain't authentic.
Now I know that's probably not the best thing to say and the best representation of your character, but you true to who you is. Like it ain't sometimes it's really not on you, it's in you. He probably couldn't help himself. Neighborhood Crip, I don't fuck with this nigga. Well, chill out, Cannon.
Not involved. And they told Luce Cannon, yo, he could be here as long as he's not disruptive. This is open to the public. So when enough people got involved, Luce Cannon thought it would be better to just remain quiet. So that's what he did. There's only his wife. Well, I guess they're not technically married, but his girl, some other girl, she was with Eddie Boy. Nobody in the courtroom. So now let's get into what's going on.
Let's get into those fake braids that you have. How does it feel getting extensions put in your head, blood? As a however old man you are, brazy work. Literally, you have to put fake hair in there. Y'all see them balls at the top where they start at? Those are extensions.
The prosecutor is giving him his charges, putting his crimes to deny his bail. Do you know what snitching he said in court? I didn't do those cases I went to jail for. My brother did those crimes. You snitching on your brother, snitching on your brother? You went to jail for him, bro. We're like, damn. 600 is telling a story from Eddie Boy's perspective. So this is what I've gathered from talking to all sides and all parties, including a courtroom reporter. So apparently what took place was they were bringing up Luce Cannon's past charges, right? Past convictions, past charges, things that he was arrested for. And they were bringing this up to establish a life of crime and to establish why Luce Cannon don't deserve to be.
They trying to make him sound as bad as possible. Also, you know, them feds, the more priors you have and the more convictions, you know, they raise them points. You're more of a menace to society.
And Luce Cannon is looking, and he's like, I ain't go to jail for that. I ain't go to jail for that. I ain't go to jail for that. But that's not me. So what Luce Cannon figured out was some of the things that they were saying he got arrested for or went to jail for was actually his brother charges. So Luce Cannon and his brother are twins, born on the same day. Damn near got the same exact name.
So you seen 600 called that snitching, or is that clarifying that I didn't go to jail for that shit? Not in what he said verbatim. 600 is Luce Cannon went to jail for those charges. No. If I never went to jail for that, I don't care who it is, my mama, whoever, they paid the dues for that. It's not snitching. They're already charged with them crimes and did their time. Why would I take responsibility for that? Only a nigga in the streets gonna think otherwise. Only a nigga that's not in the streets gonna think otherwise.
Outside of black and white side statement, I'm testifying. But that's why 600 is saying this is snitching. But Luce Cannon perspective is, I'm in court for a bond hearing. You're trying to make an argument that I'm a menace to society. You can't make that argument bringing up cases that don't belong to me. So that's why Luce Cannon brought up his brother. Then he say, hey, go in here trying to get some content. When he said that, the police came over to Eddie Boy and asked him, is he recording? He sent the police home. He was mad. He's like, man, I wish I could record and tell you what they doing, man. Oh, that's you. right? He was on the internet, brought up that no jumper fight. He's in trouble. Eddie Boy was
I can't take no more 600. So they did. That was already in the paperwork. That's not a secret. They were bringing up the no jumper, the J Reed pack out. You know what I'm saying? Everything that's on the internet, stay on the internet, and it's gonna get brought to light at some point. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna hope that them dogs get free. You know what I'm saying? At the next bail hearing, Sharice ain't gonna stop trying. But Global Gang, let me know what y'all think about that. For real though. Faux Extra going down. I know probably what y'all think about that. But how y'all feel about 600, parading around while he reporting on this case? Also, them two people getting denied bond. Man, with that being said, y'all know all money ain't good money, and slow motion damn show better than no motion. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and bang that subscribe button. Spam up that like button next. Keep us in the algorithm. And you know we're going to keep them trap doors open, especially if y'all go grab some merch. Cash Rules Global. Represent right. Look good, feel good, trap good. You hear me?
Intellectual street YouTuber that's either in you or it's on you. No in between. Cash Rules Global TV. $sign for the S.